You got to modify your delivery, which means aligning your vocal and physical communication channels to help you create a clear message that's going to help you accomplish your objective. Remember, and actors know this oh too well, our bodies are billboards, and every aspect of our communication contains information that an audience will use to form judgments about us.
Welcome to the Inside Forbes Council's podcast. Each episode shares transformative insights and advice from members of Forbes Councils, a group of invitation-only communities for successful executives and entrepreneurs. This is Inside Forbes Councils.
Hey everyone, and welcome to Inside Forbes Councils. My name is Stephen Ganoza. Our topic today, being a better communicator. Now, I'm sure public speaking and presenting is something that many of us have difficulty with or even fear. And for those of us who struggle with presenting, an inability to effectively communicate could have a very real impact on our careers. A 2018 survey by digital presentation agency Ethos3 found that a fear of public speaking could mean a 10% cut in wages and hurt your chances of promotion by 15%, which makes sense. If you're an ineffective speaker or can't communicate your accomplishments, management might overlook you. The study also found that one's nonverbal presentation mattered much more than the content itself, and also less is more. Keeping things short and sweet tends to boost audience engagement. So how do we improve our communication skills as leaders and professionals? Well, maybe we should look at actors.
Professional actors and great communicators always start by identifying an objective they want to pursue with their communication, a goal they hope to achieve with an audience that's hearing their message. Actors and leaders want their listeners to feel something and subsequently do something as a result of hearing what they have to say. For example, for Romeo, it's to make Juliet fall in love with him. For a politician, it might be to get votes. And for a salesperson, it's probably to motivate that client to buy.
That's G. Riley Mills, co-founder of Pinnacle Performance.
We are a global communication skills training firm, training in 50 countries around the world. I'm also the co-author of the brand new book, The Bullseye Principle.
G. Riley Mills is going to share 3 simple steps to improve our communication skills and better engage and influence any audience.
Speakers and leaders, much like actors on a stage, always have an objective they're pursuing with their communication. And the effectiveness by which that message is delivered directly correlates to how well they're able to influence the emotions of their audience to motivate them to action. By controlling what we call the intention cues that a speaker sends out, meaning their vocal dynamics, their body language, their facial expressions, in the manner of a great actor, you will be able to ultimately control how your audience will feel about you and your message. To do this effectively, we've developed a method that can be employed by any leader or influencer to help sharpen your delivery and maximize the impact your message is going to have in a meeting, in a presentation, or just when giving feedback. Those 3 steps are as follows. Step number 1, you've got to start by analyzing your audience. Who am I talking to? How much do they know? How much do they not know? How are they going to feel about the information I'm about to give them? And what difficult questions might they ask? When analyzing your audience, there are 3 different factors that come into play. Number 1, demographics. You have to understand what is the age, the marital status, the gender, the education level, occupation, religion. All those aspects of your audience come into play and will affect the way they are receiving your message. Second point, psychographic factors. When analyzing your audience, you've got to think about how much do they know about the topic I'm presenting? How much do they not know? What are their attitudes, their beliefs, their values, their loyalties? Any preconceived notions or feelings that are already in place before you even open your mouth. And the third area to analyze an audience is situational factors. Who is this group? What is the size of the group? What time of day is this meeting taking place? What's the seating arrangement? What's the occasion? What's the length of the event? You got to think about the situational factors when you're analyzing your audience. So that's step number one in the process. Step number two, you have to understand the reaction you hope to elicit from your audience, as well as the action you want them to take as a result of hearing your message. Only when your objective, remember that goal we talked about, is properly aligned with a specific intention, will you be able to make your message resonate and create change in your audience's knowledge, in their attitudes, or in the action you want them to take as a result of hearing your message. And an intention is always a one-word verb that's going to help you modify your delivery, create a congruent message, and have clarity of meaning. To challenge, to motivate, to excite, to reassure, to calm. Those are all strong intentions that can inform your delivery and help you get what you want from that audience. So step number one, analyze that audience. Who are they? What do they know? How do they feel? Step two, understand how do you want them to feel? What do you want them to do as a result of hearing your message? And the third and final step, this is the one professional actors are great at, you got to modify your delivery, which means aligning your vocal and physical communication channels to help you create a clear message that's going to help you accomplish your objective. Remember, and actors know this oh too well, our bodies are billboards, and every aspect of our communication contains information that an audience will use to form judgments about us. When we align all aspects of our communication behind a strong intention, to challenge, to motivate, to reprimand, that's when great things happen. In order for your intent to be clear to your audience, congruence and consistency are key. For example, if you're giving good news, hey, you should probably smile. Gradually, you want to increase your speaking rate if you're perhaps trying to build anticipation or excitement. And use your eye contact, gestures, and movement to help support your intention if you're trying to be persuasive or confident or influential. Now, whether interviewing for a job, running a meeting, or building a relationship with someone you just met, doesn't matter. Utilizing this simple three-step process and employing active intentions in the pursuit of a targeted objective, this is going to dramatically improve your ability to engage as well as influence other people. Remember, we all want something as a result of our communication. And the clearer we are with our message, the easier it will be to hit the bullseye as a leader and inevitably get what you want. Thank you very much for listening. If you found this information helpful and you'd like some additional resources, email us at info@pinper.com. Mention the Forbes podcast and we will send you free access to the Pinnacle Learning Vault. Thank you again. Get out there and be amazing.
3 simple steps for engaging and influencing your audience. Analyze your audience, define a clear objective for how you want them to feel, and modify your delivery and physical mannerisms to support that objective. Keep these things in mind and you might find yourself a better communicator, or in Hollywood. I'd like to thank G. Riley Mills for sharing his insights. Be sure to check out his new book, The Bullseye Principle. He's also previously appeared on the Forbes Council's YouTube channel. If you're not familiar with our YouTube channel, be sure to check it out at youtube.com/Forbes Councils. One word. And that's all for today. Thank you for listening, and we'll see you on the next episode.
This has been Inside Forbes Councils. Please be sure to subscribe to us on iTunes, Spotify, or wherever you get your podcasts. If you're a member of the Forbes Councils and would like to participate in our podcast series, please email your member concierge. If you're interested in joining a Forbes Council, learn more at ForbesCouncils.com.